Hello, good morning. I'm out here on the Needles Highway driving out to look at a couple of projects I have going in Bullhead City. Today is Thursday, March 20th, 2025. It's about 8 a.m. and I have a couple projects going out there. I have 3 guys on one of the projects, 2 guys on another. I need to stop by and check on those. Get an update on them, see that everything's moving along smoothly. It should be. Everything seems good, according to my customers and my lead guys. I can get my wording right there. And I have another project going right now on Topak, and that's going well. I have 2 guys on that one, and another one starting Monday morning in Bullhead, and I'll be manning that one up with 3 guys. 2 guys who already work for me, and I'm going to be hiring another one and starting him on that project. So that'll be 4 going right now, and that's pretty good. Still early in the season, mid-March. Got several months left in what I call the busy season, and we finished up 4 good size projects and another one that was kind of smaller. We finished those up about 2 weeks ago, and then started these ones that are currently going, and the one that started Monday, like I said. So yeah, things are looking good. And if you recall, I just recently made the video about a rental property I was looking at buying. I drove out there. I didn't video the property. There were tenants still living in there, so I didn't stop it. I just wanted to go by and take a look at it. And I said me and the owner were going to meet again, go over everything, see if we can make a deal. Well, long story short, we did. I bought the place. Everything is good. Tenants already in place. They've been there. I think it was 3 years. Yeah, 3 years. They're never late on their rent, so this is good. And if you recall, a while back, not even a year ago, less than a year ago, I purchased 2 other rental properties. So things are good. Doing those investments, and then business is good. It gets a little slow over the winter months sometimes, December, January. But I still have stuff coming in. I still have things going those months, just not as much typically. But that's okay. I budget for that, and I set enough aside so that going through those months, I'll have enough for my typical monthly budget, monthly bills. And a little more because it's Christmas, right, in December. So it works out. I plan ahead for that. And then I always know once we get into early spring, mid-February, and it takes off again, and we're busy again, and off to the races we go. Off to the races again, as I say. And we just run it, keep going. And it's starting out good. It's been a good start so far. Past month's been really good. Business speaking, talking about business. I like being out on this highway. It's just some nice scenery, peaceful. Usually not too much traffic out here. It's pretty nice. Nice drive. Beats the traffic. I don't like traffic at all. So there's another route you can take. You can take Highway 95 between Bullhead, Fort Mojave Valley, and all through there, which I do because I have to make a lot of stops in those areas for business purposes. And then, but there's a lot of traffic out there. A lot of traffic, it's relative. I mean, it's not a lot of traffic compared to Phoenix. I lived in Phoenix for 30 years, 32 years, something like that, and there was, that's bad traffic. But up in this area, there's some traffic on that highway. But you get, it becomes relative. You get used to a certain thing, and you're like, man, I'm used to it being slower here, and now there's 5 cars I'm having to wait on. Whereas, there might be 500 cars you're waiting on in Phoenix. Maybe not quite 500, but you get the point. A lot. So I like taking this highway. Rarely any traffic. There's actually a little bit more. There's more cars out here today than usual, or this morning than usual. Usually I might see maybe 2 or 3 cars. I've already seen probably 5, but still, they're going the other direction, so the opposite direction of me. But so it's just a nice drive, and the scenery's nice. It's peaceful. Not like I can't. Whoa, man! This guy is like swerving. That white car. I don't know if you picked him up in the window going by me. He swerved toward the double yellow line. That wouldn't have been good. There's not much room on the shoulder. Well, I think that's enough, as long as he doesn't go over there too. The shoulder, if I would have needed to pull off, I would have gone that way to avoid a hit. Head-on collision? Yeah, I don't think those are ever good. Anyway, what I was saying, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but over here to the left, there's just some nice scenery. It's desert, rugged mountains. I think that's Nevada already. I think we're to Nevada on that part anyway. Maybe it's not quite Nevada yet. And then off to my right is some farmland, so it's really green over there, which is nice. Just, I don't know how many acres it is. Looks like they're growing hay right now. One moment, I'm gonna look over there. Got a car coming. Okay. Yeah, it looks like there's some baled hay over there. So I think, who knows where that's being shipped to, but that's what they're growing there right now. Or were growing. They've already, I don't know what you do. When you pick it, you don't pick it. You've already harvested it. I don't know what the term would be, and baled it up. But they grow a few things there. I've seen different crops throughout the seasons, different seasons. I've seen different crops out there. But I like looking over there. It's nice and green from all the water, obviously, that they use for the farming. And the river runs right through there, so that adds to the greenery. On this side, just raw desert. Not much growing out there. But it has a nice look to it. So getting back to business being good, the investments in the houses, the duplex too. I want to tell you, you can do these things, and I just encourage everybody, never give up on anything, never give up on your dreams. I'm in the process of, the journey of my dreams right now. I haven't even attained them, but I'm starting to. I have big dreams, big goals, so I'm in the process of attaining those. But years back, and maybe you're going through stuff right now, the hits come in life, man, and tough times can happen, but never give up. Excuse me. Never give up. Never let them keep you down. No matter what you're going through, you can overcome it all. You just have to have that mindset, that tenacity, that mental toughness to just keep on going. And sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's day by day. It's just step by step. And it may seem like you're not making any progress, or you're not making much progress. And you may not be, but you are making some progress, even if you move forward an inch. And you just keep going. And you don't look back at the problem. You don't focus on that. You don't ignore it. You deal with what needs to be dealt with, but you do have to be in the moment. But you also have to stay focused on forward motion and moving forward. And I've been there. I can tell you, I have been through some tough times. I've been through some really, really crappy situations years back. And to this day, you know what? I don't know why. I have no idea why people did what they did. But there was just attacks on me, man. On me personally and on my family. And it was just like some sinister people were plotting against me or something. And it was It was bad, and to this day I still don't know all of it, or the why, or who all was involved. I know some of it. I found out some, and I'll tell you what, it's just insane. But I found out, and somebody admitted it to me that was involved, that they were actually, that these people were having meetings in one of their living rooms about how to destroy me, about how to bring me down, and how to smear me and lie about me, and just spread malicious lies about me and just try to destroy me. And I was just dumbfounded. I was shocked. I'm like, what? You guys did that? And this person was apologetic. Like, okay, I guess that's good. You're apologetic. I mean, but I don't understand what kind of people do that. I don't have the time or the energy to do that. If I don't like somebody, which I pretty much like everybody, but of course we can't like everybody. There's people that we don't like. If I don't like somebody, I kind of just move on. Now, if they keep being a problem, then I, deal with them somehow, whatever needs to be. I'll deal with them to the courts typically, or, I've sued people who have been a problem. And it usually shuts them up. But typically, if it's, I just forget about them. I just move on, and I don't even, I honestly, I look at it like, oh, it's their loss. It's like, you lost, you lose out. I guess, because I'd be a good friend. I'm a loyal person, a good person to have in your life, but you will screw around with me, it's your loss. Adios. And that's how I look at it, and I just keep going forward, typically. Now, I've had some things where I've had to fight back, so to say, and, gone through some legal stuff, and I did it, and I've won, but it sucks because I had to shell out a lot of money for attorneys, and you never get that money back. But you win. Well, I've won. I've had a few things like that, and I've won. But it's like, damn, man, that was like tens of thousands of dollars, that I should not have even had to spend. But in other ones, like I said, I've sued people, so I've gotten money. And rightfully so, trust me, if you knew what was going on, you'd be like, hell yeah, sue them. So I did that, and, it shut them down, man. But whatever you're going through, whatever it may be, you're in some bad circumstances, someone's treating you bad, someone's, harming you, harming your family through various harassments, problems, rumors, just trying to destroy you. Don't put up with it. I'm not saying just put up with it. Don't put up with it. Put a stop to it. And maybe they've hurt you. Maybe they've caused some devastation in your life. Maybe you're going through some anguish. I have been there. Overcome it. You can overcome it. You have everything you need to overcome it. And you can rebuild. And I remember at one point looking at my life, and everything I had built was gone. And I couldn't believe it. And it was like, everything was like raised off, like R-A-Z-E-D, like a razor, like gone. And I heard this message somebody was saying about sometimes when that happens, we look out at the soil of our life, and that could be fresh soil to plant fresh growth, new growth. And man, that meant a lot to me. That made sense to me. No matter how much it hurt, no matter how much devastation there was, no matter how much loss, how much anguish, all these things, I just kept thinking, every day actually I would think, keep going forward, keep going forward, keep going forward. Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. And that's what I did. And then hearing that message helped me as well, because then it just motivated me to look at it from that perspective, and it motivated me to realize and accept all these things are lost. And it's not coming back. They're gone. But I can rebuild. I can plant and rebuild. And that's what I've done. And I have more now than I had then. And I'm just getting started. I feel like I'm just getting started, you know, and I'm doing pretty well. I'm doing better than I was before, like, catastrophe hit my life years back, through some other people that were just malicious and sinister, just bad people. And, you know, I can't sit there and think, why me, and try to figure it all out. Why are they doing this? You have those thoughts, like, why are they, not like, why me? You don't want to ever be like that, but it kind of comes to you like that. You know, you kind of get those thoughts, but just turn those away and be like, you know, who knows? It could be anybody. It could be that guy there, that lady there, but it happens to be me that this is happening to. And you get these thoughts like, why are they doing this? What is their thinking? Why are they plotting like this? But then that's just a waste of your mental energy, because who can figure out insane people and evil, wicked people? I mean, it's a waste of my time to try to figure them out. What I needed to do, and what I did do, is start putting up barriers between them and me, and blocking them, and shielding them from my life, and from things in my life, and rebuilding. And man, I tell you what, like I said, you keep putting one foot in front of the other, and it may seem like you're only moving an inch forward, but you are. And then you're moving feet, yards, and then miles, and just leaps and bounds, and you're just taking off, and you're going really well. And you got to push through the down days. Sometimes the days are down. Most of my days are positive, though. I just have that optimistic outlook in life. But you just keep going. And even on the days that are down, you pick yourself up by the bootstraps, so to say. You just pick yourself up and say, go. Do this day. Get this day done. And you do it. And sometimes those days are very great, like you accomplish a lot in those days and really good things come from it. And sometimes nothing. It's just like, hey, I got through the day. Did things I need to do. Kept everything on track. There's no real big production that happened out of this day, but hey, at least you didn't just not do anything, and you were somewhat productive, or you were productive. You stayed on schedule, stayed on track, and kept things going. That's what you have to do. And it all builds to successes, and it creates a habit, a mindset, and a habit to keep on going. And it helps you to not give in to, the down day that you may be having. Now, you do got to take care of yourself. Yes, take care of yourself. Have those days that you reward yourself. Have those days that you rest. Not all the time, but man, there's sometimes you've been working hard. It feels so good to just get some rest, man, and just take it all in and just enjoy the fruits of your labor, so to say. Just like, or take a break from it. You're not really enjoying it if you're resting, right? But it just feels so good and it's so nice. And that's healthy for us. It's healthy for our mind, for our body. And it's like, And then treat yourself to a vacation. We need that. Even if it's just a weekend. If you can go a week, awesome. You can go 2 weeks, hey, even better. But even if it's just a weekend, if you're like, for the weekend, I'm going to just get away. Just do it. It's good for you. You feel replenished. It's really good. And you come back stronger, more focused, more energetic, and just invigorated, man. It's like, it's great how that works. You work. You manage your time well, but you're working. And then you have a vacation scheduled and you do it. And you just shut off your everything. Shut off your business. You have to have things in place so that it can run itself. I have supervisors, lead people, 2 lead guys. And the way I scheduled it and with those guys in place, and everything is ordered that I need, and everything is good, I can do that. Not every day, of course, but there's times that I can do that. And I tell you what, you feel so good. At first, get a little anxiety first. Like, man, I feel like I should be over there doing this. You got to get used to it. You just go on. And when you come back, oh man, you're so focused and dialed in. You're just zeroed in on what you need to do. And you're like, oh yeah, this is great. And you're just like full of energy and focus, and you just get at it again. And you are really, you come back more successful. You come back with more drive to do more, and you start accomplishing more. And your vision grows. You start being like, you know what, we're doing this. Hey man, we got this down. We can up this. We can do this more. We can grow this. And you start looking at the next goal, the next expansion of your business or your work. If you're working for somebody, and you're I don't know, you've got projects you're working on, or you want to get a promotion, whatever it may be. I own a business. I work for myself and own a business, so my goals are to grow that. So you just start looking at that and focusing on that, and you plan it out, map out the plan, and then you start working the plan. And it's a great feeling. And you just, I got to use this car here. They're kind of getting in my lane a little bit. So yeah, I encourage you, no matter what you're going through, don't give up. And some people aren't going through anything, and that's great. I'm never a hater. Seeing other people's success, it don't bother me at all, man. If you're doing great, all the wheels are on the ground, and you are just smoking through life and just going great, man, I'm happy for you. I'm so happy for you, and I just hope it keeps going that well for you. And I'm not a hater in my life, man. I see successful business people or successful, whatever they're doing, workers, employees, whatever. I'm happy for them. I'm not hating on them, not at all. I remember when I used to work for, companies, I was glad for what my bosses were doing, and I looked at them as something that I could learn from. I looked at them like, how are they doing this, and what can I glean from them? I never looked at them with animosity or jealousy or, they're, some people would look at their boss like that, or they look at other successful people like that. And I was like, man, why don't you look at them as like an example of how you can do things? Like, what is it they do? And I talked to some of them, some people that I've worked for. Not all of them, of course, but I didn't work for that many companies, but I would talk to some bosses and just, how do you do this? And they said the biggest thing is just doing it, taking that step. And I've learned that through business things I've studied and looked at and books I've read, that one of the biggest things is, the biggest differences is that people who go into business is taking that step, taking that step, and others don't. The ones who do take that step, they go on, and they have a lot more to learn, which I had to as well, and still do. It's not like I've learned everything. And then there's others who want to do it, but they never take that step. So they never do it. So they never get to the point where they're learning more, because you learn from experience. You get out there, and it just changes once you're running a business. So that's a big difference. And then some people don't want to own a business. They want to be an employee, and that's great. There's nothing wrong with that at all. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody, has a role that they want to fulfill in life, or that they're here to fulfill. But that's a big difference, is if you want to go in business for yourself, taking that step. Of course, thinking about it, making sure you're not going to go broke in the process, especially if you have a family. But I've never looked back. I stepped out, and I've had some learning experiences, of course, because you don't know. You don't know what you don't know. Even you're like, I didn't know that when I first started. And then you learn through experience. You learn from running a business, and then so you gain more knowledge by the experience of running the business, and then you learn things that you didn't even know existed that you need to know, but it comes into play, and you're like, oh. And these are things that if you never take that step and never go into business, you'll never even know that those types of things exist, or that those are things you need to learn. You just won't know. And it's fine if you're not going to be in business. It's fine. You don't have to know those things. But I tell you what, being a business person is it's a great experience, and I don't regret it whatsoever. I am switch lanes here. Yeah, I don't regret it whatsoever. I'm very happy that I made that move. It's changed my life. It's given me, one of the things that I'm so glad for is it's given me much more freedom of my time and my schedule. That doesn't mean I can just go do whatever I want anytime and, live on vacation. It's not like that at all. You have to be there and run the business and get it going. But there is some leeway and flexibility with your schedule. So that is a great thing, is the freedom of my time that it's given me. And yes, my income has gone up, and that started almost right away. I did have some dips where it went down, but yeah, my income is totally gone up, completely gone up. Like a lot. So that's really great. When I was an employee, I made a decent pay. Worked overtime, got the time and a half, all that sort of stuff, and that was good. But owning a business, it's night and day difference as far as my time, which is just so great, and then income, and being able to do things like investing in properties, which is something I have been doing and enjoy. That's a learning curve itself, starting out small. I want to get into commercial properties. Haven't done that yet. Like I said, I don't like to get in over my head. I'm not much of a risk taker. There's some people who do, but I don't. I'm not much of a gambler. Not at all. Not much of a risk taker. So I look at things cautiously, carefully, and learn about it. And then if it's a go, then I go. There's a guy on a bicycle here. I'm gonna go around. Man, careful, buddy. Yeah, so I'm careful, cautious. But if it's a go, all systems go, as I say, then I go for it. And because I'm cautious with it, it's kept me. It usually works out successfully, and it's kept it from being a bad deal. And that's something I'm really happy about. Some people they take more risk, and they're okay, and they do good. But I just don't want to do that, because I know it could go bad, right? And I don't want to take that risk. I don't have the room to absorb a loss in that capacity, in that aspect. I don't know if I ever will, right? I've known some people who have taken risk and lost big time. They've grown too fast and just gotten ahead of themselves and expanded and extended themselves too much financially, gotten into projects over their head where they can't complete it and can't back it up and can't do it, and they lose their shirt and they go under. And I don't want that to happen, so I'm very cautious. I'd love to take on big, huge projects, and that will come. And my projects grow. Each year, the projects are much bigger than the year before. That's for sure. I do a good amount of commercial projects. Right now, I'm working on some residentials. The 3 projects I currently have going, and the one starting next week, they're residentials. But I do quite a bit of commercial projects too, and they're bigger. So, and those are really great. So I love that. Got a little traffic here, so I'm watching all this. Big old 18-wheeler next to me. Kind of swerved over in this lane. Anyway, so yeah, I do. I've done a number of medical offices, restaurants, office complexes, things like that, and those are great. And I'm gonna, get into bigger stuff. I've done some warehouses, smaller warehouses, but those are great. I love those, so I'm gonna be getting definitely into more of those. Traffic's starting to crawl for some reason. I have no idea why. There's a little bit of construction going on, but it's nothing major, and there's nothing in the roadways. It's off on the side. They're doing a little bit of building. I don't know why we're going so slow. We're going 30. 30 and 40. 45 actually. 30 miles per hour. 45 zone. Just so you know. So my mind's a little distracted. They're like, what in the world is happening? So anyway, I rambled there, got off topic. The point, if anything, is that you can overcome anything. You can overcome any hardship you're going through, any setbacks. Stay focused, keep putting one foot in front of the other, and never give up. And if you're doing great, you're not having any struggles, man, praise God. I'm happy for you, man. Keep on keeping on. Keep on doing it. Keep on doing what you're doing. And if you're doing good, I'm sure you already know. Keep doing what you're doing and learn how to do it even better. Because that's what you do in life. That's what I do, man. And it just grows by leaps and bounds. I got a big project coming up here. We're negotiating on it, and I'm almost certain I'm going to get it. And that's coming up in about a month. And man, it's going to be good. That project alone, well, I'll just say, yeah, that project alone, just that project, is going to bring in more than my entire income from last year. And my income was good. So this one project will be more than that. And I'm talking about the net profit on this project will be more than my income of all last year. So yeah, that's great. We're negotiating, we're talking, we're going over everything. I'm sure I'm going to get it, though. I'm very confident about that. There's reasons why I'm sure I'm going to get it. I'm not just, wishful thinking or hoping. There's reasons why I'm sure I'm going to get it. We just have to fine tune a few things, and that's fine. And that's about a month and a half away. And yeah, that's going to be great. So looking forward to that. And the other ones, man, I got other stuff. People who want stuff done, but they're talking, I got the things going now. I got that one coming up. I have other stuff, 4 months out. I got another thing they're talking about in August. So I have things. I'm not booked out all year, but I have things through sporadically, I guess that'd be the word, through the year. And then I'm always getting fill-in projects. Like if I have like stuff going, booked up solid for, let's say a couple months, 4 months, whatever. And then maybe there's like a 3-day gap where there's nothing. I have fill-in stuff that I can have my guys working on to keep them busy and bring in some income on that. I always have that stuff going. So there's plenty of that. That's it for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe. That really helps me make more videos. And let me know what you would like to see me do a video on. Let me know what you think of the videos. And if there's anything that that you think would I could make a video on, or you'd like to see me make a video on, just let me know. And I'll see if I can do that. I respond to all my comments. I read all the comments and respond to them. So yeah, leave me a comment, like, and subscribe. It really helps a lot, more than you realize. Thank you. Have a great day, and keep on keeping on. We all have what it takes. Bye.